some of us may not know even what the chamber is that don't get out and about here in Pahrump. You're talking about the Pahrump Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce, and their commitment is to building community and building it through the business community.
Are they being active in this partnership that sounds like is evolving?
Yes, they certainly are, and they're working very diligently at this time in developing what is called a coalition of, again, public-private resources and also individuals in the community, whether they be businesses or our tourism convention advisory board out of the town, and seeing that through getting a cooperative effort going, we can come out of our economic stresses that we're in a better place.
There's been a federal detention facility that's now built, and there's open houses I think are taking place right now out in the north end of town. What kind of impact, if any, do you think that the people that will now be employed at that prison, or I should call it a detention center, what impact on Pahrump do you think that will have?
The challenge that a community has within the growth is always brought out in diverse viewpoints. The prison has been really defined as sometimes a negative. It's not a prison, it's a detention center. What we need to be aware of is that if we were to stay, we being the town of Pahrump, the community, the valley, what we were originally, which is a small group of very important families that brought an agricultural base to our community. If those same family members only concentrated on their agricultural businesses and didn't see that our development as a community needed to expand beyond the agricultural products that they had, we wouldn't have our schools, we wouldn't have our churches, we wouldn't have Walmart, we wouldn't have Albertsons, and we wouldn't have Smiths. And when we look at the detention center and any other business that comes in here, it needs to be brought in with the full understanding of what their resources will have meaning for our community, and what the other more perhaps, if you want to call them negative, or more of the, what are the pros and cons of that kind of development.
Well, the town of Pahrump is, from what I read, is virtually on the brink of being broke or bankrupt, I'll use that term, maybe erroneously and whatnot. Is the detention center being here and about to open up with real inmates in it, do you think that's going to have a positive or a negative impact on the town of Pahrump?
What we're seeing coming out of the media reports and some of the other facts that are out there is that it is making a positive impact, in as much as we know that people are being hired right here in Pahrump. Those jobs for the majority of the jobs that are available are going to Pahrump residents. We know that homes here that are sitting empty are now being filled by people that have come into our community to take specific roles within the detention center that can't be filled by residents that are already here. So we know that has a positive impact. We know there are dollars being spent in our community that wouldn't have been spent. And we know that they have the willingness to be a community partner. Again, that public-private partnership. They have a willingness to contribute to the community in the way of supporting nonprofit organizations like the Boys and Girls Club and other organizations. So we know they're going to want to be a positive role, play a positive role in our community.
What